you feeling alive?
When I wake up in the morning, I feel the spirit.
Can you feel it?
Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I'm here to thrive.
Let's sing this chorus together.
So I wake up every day. Wake up, this is what I say. Wake up,
baby.
I am so free. Wake up, and I'm free to be me.
Are you free to be you?
I'm free to be me. Yeah.
That's right. Good morning. Welcome. I am Bob Baker. And man, I tell you what, we're coming live to you from the beach here, and it's so sunny, I had to wear shades. Actually, our futures are so bright, I had to wear shades. Of course, I'm joking. After using a holiday and a winter background for a number of weeks, I thought it would be kind of fun to go back to the ocean view because it actually is honoring Pooki. You may notice she is not with me in the room here. Pooki has extended her stay in Hawaii just a few more days. I'm actually picking her up from the airport on Tuesday, so she is not in the house, literally in this house, but she's still out there. And so I thought I would have a little beach scene in her honor. It's great to see so many names already mixing it up in the chat, saying hi to each other. That is amazing. And if you are, whether you're watching it live, and hopefully you are, or you're watching the replay later, because many people do, I've got a pinned comment there. It says, please let us know where you're watching from if I may not be familiar with you, and especially if it's your first time watching a Sunday live stream, indicate that in the chat, and we will celebrate you. And you're going to get a lot of people. You'll be surprised. You just put something in there about you being your first time, or if there's something you need help with, and if people are going to just start chiming in and supporting you and encouraging you. So it's great to be here. Got a lot of stuff in store for you this morning as I go solo here with my sidekick Keone, everyone's favorite terrier. Unless you own a terrier, it's okay if yours is the favorite, and then he can be second favorite. But what's coming up here? Pooki just recorded. So anyway, our theme of the month is have a vision for your life, and each week we kind of dive into an aspect of that. And today it's the art of allowing and detachment. We're going to explore that a little bit. And Pooki recorded a segment just yesterday from Hawaii, right on the beach in Kona, on that topic. I know you're going to love that. I've got 2 original songs I'll be performing live here on the live stream. And let's see what else here. Oh, later a couple of things I'm going to be doing that I'm looking forward to. One is I'm going to be talking about the 4 stages of personal and spiritual growth and how that ties into the art of allowing. And during the comedy segment, instead of telling one-liner jokes, I'm actually going to be showing you some clips from some improv shows that I did that demonstrates the art of allowing and detachment. And I'll explain that when we get to it. So some new stuff coming up here. Really looking forward to it. Another thing Pooki recorded yesterday morning was a little breathing exercise that we can all do together. And so I am going to cue that up. And as all of you regulars know, we love one of the things that we like to take advantage of with the live streams. Is this whole thing that there's people from all over the world, all over the globe, watching this simultaneously, and we can get in sync with each other, with our breath, with our intentions, with the affirmations that we'll do. And so I'm going to cue up that thing that one of the things Pooki recorded yesterday, and just get ready to breathe together and kind of get in sync with each other. So here we go.
Hello, hello, hello. It's such a joy to be with you here. I wanted to show you this heiau. It's a reconstruction of the original Kamehameha heiau here in Kona. And I can't think of a more appropriate place to activate our breath together into the sacred oneness as we sit here out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, expanding our loves in gigantic ripples and waves to all beings everywhere. So breathe with me now in this holy moment of love and light as we honor all indigenous people from all over the world. And let's just breathe together. So I like to put my hand on my heart. I want you to see the ocean. And we're going to breathe in aloha, and we're going to exhale aloha, the sacred breath of divine love. So are you ready? Breathing in deeply, the essence of aloha. And then releasing the sacred breath into the world. Breathing in deeply again, the energy and the essence of love, aloha. And the releasing of aloha into the world. And one last time together, we breathe deeply in. Aloha. And exhale the sacred breath of love into our world. Offering deep gratitude for our time together here. I love you. I'll see you again soon. Bye.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much, our darling dear Pooki, for recording that. Again, there's a longer segment coming up a little bit later where she talked about the art of allowing, and it's really good. So please stick around for that. I love seeing all of these messages here in the chat. Oh my God. And yeah, let's also, I know, I just realized that having this beach scene in the background might be I want to acknowledge, and maybe send a little of this warmth and this sunshine to the people that are maybe in the United States in the Northeast, because parts of that area of our country are getting pummeled with snow and cold, Arctic type of conditions. And so I already see some comments about there where here, in fact, like Kimberly says, good morning, Bob from Frozen NYC. Hello to all the beautiful people in the chat community. Good to see you, Kimberly, and I hope you're staying warm and safe there. But I know a number of our followers, a number of people in the chat actually live in that part of the country. So we hope that you're staying safe, staying warm, and all that good stuff. But let's see. Let's continue on. I put together some affirmations that are kind of tied into our topic here, and so I'm going to pull those up. I'm going to play. Let me just get this background music started now. Hopefully, it's not too loud. I'm going to pull these up and read one of them at a time. I'll leave a little space for you to repeat them back to yourself. If you're ready for that, let me pull those up now. Here we go. Oh, look at that festive little graphic there. Let's say them together, or again, repeat them after me. I welcome inspiration into my life. I welcome happiness into my life. I give myself permission to succeed. I give myself permission to thrive. I allow joy to flow through me. I am open and ready to receive. These affirmations are not just words, unless you just treat them as simply words on a screen. But if you really embody them and lean into them and think about what they mean, are you welcoming inspiration into your life? Are you open and receptive to welcoming happiness into your life? Because it helps to be intentional about those things. And this is a really big one. Well, you could say, I give myself permission to, there's all sorts of things that you can add there, but give yourself permission to succeed. Give yourself permission to thrive, to love, to be grateful, to look for the good. So all these things we so often look outside of ourselves for, the green light, the go ahead. But it all starts with giving yourself permission to allow those things into your life and to experience those things that you want. I allow joy to flow through me. We're going to be talking about that a little bit more, about being a vessel and allowing, and then being open and ready to receive. So I thought those were some nice affirmations to get us started here. And so, oh my gosh, let's see here. Where are we at? Yes, indeed. And so, boy, lots and lots of activity in the chat. Let me ask you a question because I know I have a growing text list. I'll give that number out, and if you want to get on that text list. But for folks in the U.S. and Canada, if you choose to get on it, I send out about 3 short inspirational messages every week. So it's 3 a week. They're not daily. They're not weekly. They're 3 a week. There's a little confusion about that. And there's a subgroup on there. You have to opt into it or let me know you want to be in that group. But I will, now there's like over 100 people, like 100 and, I don't know, 10 or 20 people on that list who have chosen to get reminders like 15 minutes before I go live. If that's how you're finding out about these, let me know. I just want to kind of get an idea of how effective those texts are when I have a direct link right to the page where I stream live. And again, like 15 minutes before, I'll send you a text. And just curious, let me know in the chat if that's how you got the reminder about the live stream this morning. But I'm going to do an original song now, and then we're going to come back and check in and highlight some of your texts there. So again, if you're watching for the first time, let me know. If I'm not maybe familiar with you, let me know where you're watching from, so we get an idea of the global audience that we have here gathered. This sea of humanity, like-minded people. It's great to find out where you are. And then we'll celebrate you if it's your first time. So this is actually by request, and I wish I would have looked up. I think it was Robin, maybe, who by text asked me if I could do this song. So I'm not sure. I think that's who did that, and I'm not sure if she's in the chat here or watching live. But it just so happens this is an original song. One of the few, it's the only ones I can think of that I actually use the word allowing is one of the lines in the song. So it actually ended up being very appropriate. And I have not performed this on a Sunday in a little while. It's from our album called Opening Up to the Good, which is available on Spotify and Apple and all those places. You can also order a physical copy, or I'll give you some of those links a little bit later on. But this is from that album. Let me take a little drink here and just get ready for this. And so, this is a song that's really impacted a lot of people. It's called I Can Do This. And I've just really feel amazingly blessed that so many people have told me that they use this song over the years to get through tough times, whether there was a health challenge or something related to employment or whatever. And so if you can use it in that same way, that would be awesome. So here we go. You know there are many times when you're blinded by your fear. The path isn't obvious, the map is unclear. You're tempted to run, to put your precious dreams on a shelf. But next time you feel that way, just say to yourself, I can do this, I can do this, yes I can do this, I can do this now, I can do this, I can do this, yes I can do this, I can do this here and now. Too often you find that you're second guessing every action. No wonder you can't get no satisfaction. But you have the strength, the inner wisdom to allow. So quiet that little voice and repeat out loud, I can do this, I can do this, yes I can do this, I can do this now, I can do this, I can do this, yes I can do this, I can do this here and now. It's your time, to feel the fear and do it anyway. Change your mind, face the fear now and don't delay. It's your time, oh, to feel the fear and do it anyway. Change your mind and pray. You know there are many times when you're blinded by your fear. The path isn't obvious, the map is unclear, but you have the strength, the inner wisdom to allow. So quiet that little voice and repeat out loud, I can do this, I can do this, yes I can do this, I can do this now, I can do this, I can do this, yes I can do this, I can do this now, I can do this, I can do this, you can, I can do this, I can do this now, I can do this, sing that with me, I can do this, yes I can do this, I can do this now, you can do this, we can do this, you can do this, I can do this, I can do this, you can do this, I can do this, we can do this. Whoa, 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 I can do this here and now. Woo, there you go. That was a challenging song to do first thing on a Sunday morning here. But I think my voice mostly held up. That was fun. I hope you enjoyed that. I haven't played that one in a while. I was kind of feeling that one. I don't know if you could tell. And also another thing that I'm dealing with. I don't know what happened. I had a splinter or a paper cut or something where it's like the tiniest thing, but the pressing that finger against the guitar strings was hurting me when I was rehearsing. So I got a Band-Aid on my finger, which I'm not used to using. So I was like, I was a little distracted by that. But you wouldn't have even known, right? So yeah. Oh, cool. Let's check in on some comments here. I'm gonna start with some of the most recent ones. So Trisha said her dog went through. That's right. I remember this. Seeing this in our Facebook group. Patricia's dog went through some emergency surgery Friday. Oh, 2 months of recovery. Yeah, that's tough because I think he broke his arm or leg or front leg. I think you posted a photo in our private Facebook group. So send her puppy some love. That Keone, would you mind sending a little healing energy to Patricia's puppy? Let's see. Let's check in here. Brandy says, I'll play this song every day before surgery and during recovery. Oh, wow. So that's a number of people facing some challenges here. Thank you, Brandy. Yeah, please do if that helps you. Let's see here. CeLo. Thank you for that. Thank you for those claps. Yeah, with that beach scene, I can do it. Yeah, thank you, Clara. Oh, look, it's Jess here. Good morning, all. This is my first time watching, but I love starting my day off with Bob's videos. Thank you so much, Jess. Welcome. Great to have you here. Folks, go ahead and welcome her if you haven't already. Hey there, Robin. Thank you very much. Deanne says that was, I'm assuming, freaking awesome. Thank you so much, Dee. I appreciate that. Amy says, I can do this now. How do I get this to listen to in my car going between patients on hard days? So it is on Spotify and Apple and pretty much wherever music is streaming. Search for Bob Baker. The album is called Opening Up to the Good. So that's the artwork that you'll look for. And the let's see here. Yeah, the second track is I Can Do This. So that's one way of getting it. Let me also give you another couple other ways to support us in our music. The soulmassagemusic.com will take you to a page where you can actually purchase, or you can purchase, like, old days. You can purchase the downloads of the albums of this album and another one called Soul Massage. that we have that I think you'll really like. We're working on recording some new music. We're going to be getting that out hopefully soon. But that one is one of the ones that's totally available. If you want a physical copy of the CD, a great way to get it is to also get your autographed copy. If you're in the U.S., so this is only for the autographed copy is only good for if I'm shipping to a U.S. address. I will ship it priority, but for $25 U.S. total, includes priority shipping. You'll get an autographed copy of my book, The Power of Affirmations and Positive Self-Talk, and a physical CD of Opening Up to the Good. So if that speaks to you, look in the description below. I'm actually going to pop that. I think I'm going to pop that here, that the page where you can go and actually order it from with more details. There's also links to Amazon and different things for the book. But if anyone's interested, there is the link to get that autographed copy. Again, if you're in the U.S. Otherwise, just get the book on Amazon and pretty much anywhere books are sold online in the world. Oh, here's Tamila. Let me get rid of that other thing. But thank you for your interest in the song. Thank you for those kind words. Look, Tracy has an album. That's right. That's part of your care package that you got. And it is, I guess I do have some videos here and there where it is on YouTube, usually in combination with other songs. I have some collections of our positive music in my YouTube channel. In fact, there's a link also in the description of this video with a link to a positive music playlist that features all of our music-related stuff, not only songs, but affirmations sung over, or spoken over beats and so on. Tamila says, welcome all the newbies. I danced my butt. It's good that I could visualize you guys like dancing in your houses. That is so awesome. Beautiful song, Bobs. Thank you, Kate. Needing upliftment today. Well, we're sending that to you right now. Jillian liked the fact that I had Keone sending the healing energy. Yes, even when he's snoozing, he's sending the healing energy. Lots of people chiming in, sending Patricia's pup some awesome vibes here. Wait, awesome. Oh, love the song. We did not know you were hurting. Well, the Band-Aid, it doesn't actually hurt. If I didn't have the Band-Aid on, it would be, my skin would be a little tender there. But it's weird, like the feeling, I was just having that on my finger when I'm moving it around on the guitar strings is an odd feeling. I had my client sing this with me. He was grinning and smiling. That's great, Shanetta. Great to hear that. And still, so thank you for all the kind words. And also I'm trying to look through here to see who indicated that they were first timers. I'm just looking real quick because I want to be able to give you a perfect shout out. Brandy says perfect. I can do this, perfect timing. Sometimes when something resonates with me strong, it makes me want to cry. Is that normal? Yeah, a lot of people cry to, music and poetry and movies, and also absolutely, it's stirring something within you. I think that's a healthy thing. Well, hello, Tracy Love. Hi, it's great to have you here. Yeah, it's been a while. I think Tracy's been through some stuff, and we haven't seen her as often in the chat here, but send everybody a little love to Tracy there. Let's see. Shanetta's going through something that I missed. Shanetta lost her job this week. I feel so motivated to fulfill my goals. I can do this. Is my time. Oh, great. Yes, it's just one door closing and another door will be opening. You're making room for something new in your life. Maria says, feels so good in here. That's right. The atmosphere, the air is fresh. Not only because I'm on the beach, in my virtual beach, but the positive vibes here are pretty palpable. You can't help but get uplifted when you hang out with us here. Dimitra says, good morning from New Jersey in the blizzard. That's right. Stay warm, stay safe. Let's see here. Well, whoever is, we all know that there are some first timers, at least a couple here. So, and if you're going through a tough time and you need a little encouragement, if you're here for the first time, any number of reasons, we're going to get together and we're going to just applaud all those people that need a little bit of encouragement. So let's all join together. We can't hear you, but we're going to simulate that with Keone and I and our friends who are gathered for the luau on the beach here are going to applaud you. Ready? On the count of three. Whoops, hang on. Let me raise the volume on this. 1, 2, 3, and... Oops, that was laughter. I'm sorry. That was the wrong one. Excuse me. That's for a later segment. Hang on. Now, let's applaud, right? You guys got it ready? All right. We held up the wrong sign. We held up a laugh sign instead. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and... There we go. And I don't have a Band-Aid on this finger, but I don't have any excuse for hitting the wrong one. All right, where are we at here? Let's see here. Awesome. So let's go ahead and get into this topic of the art of allowing. I'm going to let Pooki go first. This was about a 10-minute segment that she recorded yesterday. Where she did a great job. We didn't even compare notes. I just kind of gave her the topic and gave her one sentence of what I was going to be covering, and then she took it and ran with it. And check this out. We'll listen to that. Then I'm going to be later again talking about the 4 stages of personal and spiritual growth. I've got some improv comedy things I'm going to share with you to not only hopefully make you laugh, but also to demonstrate some of the points of this week's Art of Allowing topic and how that ties in. But let's cue up Pooki now and enjoy her take on the Art of Allowing.
So I get to share my segment with you today from the beautiful island of Hawaii. And it is 7:30 in the morning, and sleepy Kona is waking up. Of course, the tourists are already up and moving about and having a beautiful time here in paradise. Yes. And so I wanted to share our topic this week is about allowing and about detachment. And in this whole process where we are very consciously in this work that we're doing together, we're envisioning, what it is that we want to manifest, that we want to create in our experience, right? We're calling it in through our affirmations. We're visualizing our being, our state of being as receiving that which we are affirming and asking for. And sometimes we have these really clear ideas of what that looks like. And so we kind of have this projection onto our goal that, it has to go a certain way or it's going to unfold this way. And so we limit our receptivity to what is actually what could possibly be being offered, right? And this happens in many different ways, right? I learned through a personal development workshop that I was in. I learned all about possibilities. Right? We talk about the infinite potential. We talk about how it's possible for anything to manifest in a myriad of ways. So things don't just happen. There isn't just one way in which anything can happen. There are so many ways. But sometimes we get stuck in our mind that it's going to look like this, it's going to happen this way. For me to get from A to B, these are going to be the steps that are going to get me there. And the reality of it is that kind of thinking for yourself, if you just kind of, how they do with horses, they put them like this, right? They put blinders on them so they can only see. If you're tunnel vision, if you've created a tunnel vision for your experience, then all these things that are over here that could possibly bring to you that which you are seeking, all these things over here are not even in your view, or you're not even paying attention to them because they don't look like what you are anticipating, what you were expecting. So what I've found is that there is so much power in allowing, yes, have a very specific intention and a goal, right? So that you know where you are right now. Really being realistic and where I'm at, and I know where I want to be, right? And then so here's A, and then here's B, and so then the steps to get from A to B can be many different steps, right? And it just all really depends on what kind of experience you want to create for yourself, right? Because that's going to determine the kinds of steps that you're going to make or the direction that you're going to head in, right? So I would suggest this. Whenever you have a challenge or you're seeking a solution or whatever, or you're setting a goal, when you set that goal, maybe sit down and think of 20 different ways in which that can be done. right? In the reality of it, in the real game that we play, we say 100 different ways in which it can be done. Why 100? Because after about 80 ideas, you move into your brain gets so tired because it gets so exhausted, right? Your conscious mind gets so exhausted from working so hard that your subconscious mind kicks in, and then there's something that happens, like there's magic that happens in that last 20, right? And so we know this in exercise, right? They say you gotta jog for 20 minutes before you actually, at the 20-minute mark, you start actually burning the calories, but you gotta get to that place first. And it's kind of like that same way. So just like having this vision of what it is that you want, but also knowing that there's many, many, many ways in which it can come to you. So yes, we know we're at A, and we know that we're moving to B, but how we get to B, make it a dance. Allow yourself to like just be open, like I can see what it is that I'm calling into my life. However, I'm not attached to how it shows up or how I get there. I'm gonna surrender. I'm going to allow myself to have an experience and not try to guide or dictate or manipulate how it happens. Because when you let go and you surrender, you open up your whole experience for magic, for beauty, for magnificence, for divinity. You allow for the spirit to move and have its being within the expression of what it is that you're manifesting. Right? So when you're in this place of creating, of affirming, of calling to yourself that which you desire, when you're doing that, calling it into yourself, see if you can just release yourself from any, you take action. Yes, you take inspired action, like what excites you, right? Those are the ones that know that are propelling you forward, because you can tell just by the way the energy is moving in your body. So you take inspired action, you move forward. But you also, at the same time as you're taking that inspired action, you're paying attention to what it is out here, what's going on here, what's here, right? And you're paying attention to opportunities that are emerging, like things that are showing up for you, like, and you just, if you're looking for one thing, you won't see 99 other things. But if you're looking at everything, if you're open to all of it, then you are a true explorer in how it is that you bring about manifestation in your own life. And the choices that you make are going to create your own experience. So you want to be like always thinking about, what is the experience that I want to have? This, if I do this, this is what my experience is going to be. If I do this, this is, what is the experience and then I'll ask myself, how do I want to feel? What's the experience that I want to have? And then I ask myself, what is the next action, the next step that I take in order to have those feelings? So I say, yes, we have a goal. We know where our B is, but we don't get so attached to how it happens, because I think that when we do that, we push it away from us even further. Yeah, we're still moving in the direction of it, but we're not like in the divine flow of the infinite universe, the infinite intelligence, right? We're not activated in our divine intuition and stuff. So that's what I would have to say to you today. So allowing and surrendering. And I've had a real experience with allowing and surrendering and being detached to outcomes, because I'm here in Hawaii with my family. My sons are here. My daughter was coming. She's now coming later, but now I think that's going to be. So there was just been so many changes in my trip, right? And my flight was delayed getting out. I was delayed a week, so now I'm here an extra week. And just all kinds of things just were moving, and there was this whole experience of what is it that I want? What is my ultimate goal? Well, my ultimate goal is getting here on the island with my family, to bring my brother's ashes back to Hawaii, to be here with my mother and my grandmother, and this is where I too will disperse my ashes. And it was very powerful. And yet, once I became very clear on what my B was, then all the obstacles that were in the way, I was open to how else can this be done? What's another way that this could happen? How else can this look? Because I had this idea that the only way I was going to get there was like this. When I was like, okay, well, that's not going to happen. So how else can I? Is there another way? Right? And then just beginning to look at the options, at the possibilities. And the next thing I knew, that within 24 hours, I was on a plane coming to Hawaii. So surrendering, letting go of the outcome, letting go of the, of the need for it to be the way that you envision it. And just allow yourself to experience, stay connected to the feelings that you want to cultivate in your own experience, and make sure that you are creating that for yourself, because we create our own happiness, our own joy. So make sure that you're, it's like, I'm going to be happy today no matter what happens. I'm going to be happy. Yeah. And so we get to choose. So I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I cannot wait to be back with you next Sunday. We're going to be, I'll be with Bob, and we'll be on a little road trip. Now it's going to be Bob's turn to have a little time away from the house. But I get to go with him, so that's going to be fun. So, so much love for all of you. And I really just wanted to share my heart with you today. And I want to share this beautiful, look at this ocean. So that is Kamehameha's He'eau. This is a replica. It was rebuilt. But this right here, this is the seaside of Kona. And this is the land of the kings, right? This is the most prized land on all of the island here. Right? And so grateful to my ancestors for all that they gave on this sacred land here in Hawaii. Be loved, beloved. I'll see you soon. Okay. Aloha.
That was amazing. I hope you enjoyed that. Pooki again recorded that yesterday on near downtown Kona, where her mom and sister live. Her sons are visiting her, and yeah, she's having a good time. I just extended her visit by a few days. I keep forgetting. Yeah, she comes back on Tuesday, so she'll have one full day in St. Louis on Wednesday, and then Thursday morning we head off to our next, you may remember we've shared this with you. We've made this habit over the last year or so of every quarter, like every 3 months, we'll get an Airbnb somewhere and stay for a week. And so this time it's southern Indiana, like an hour outside of Louisville, Kentucky, is where we're going for this next trip. And Pooki is so good at finding the ideal Airbnbs. Like, we'll rent, even though there's two of us plus a dog, we get an entire house with a big yard where we can get out and he can run around. And hopefully and this is a very rural area too. So we're like, the nearest store is like 45 minutes away. So we kind of like that. We don't go to like do touristy things. We got to get away. So we'll be having our mobile set up next Sunday. And so while during that segment there, I was going through all the comments and highlighted a bunch of them. I just want to go through and acknowledge some people that I may have missed earlier with some comments here. So let's just kind of go through those, and then I'm gonna let you know how to get on that text list if you want to, or a Telegram channel that I have. If you're talking about the 4 stages of personal and spiritual growth, and then she'll be sharing some lessons from Improv. It will hopefully make you laugh. So earlier, Jessica, you said, how do I get that care package, the one that has the CD? I'm sure you're talking about the autographed book with the CD. I don't know if you posted that before or after. I put the link in the chat, but it's also in the description of this video. So there's a direct link to the page where you can order that in the U.S. And again, I'll ship that to you priority mail, as long as I'm shipping to a U.S.-based address. Francesca says hello from Chile, Philly. I like that, Chile, Philly. Let's see here. Robin, I sent my friend Jenny the link. She's with us today. I think I have her highlighted too as well. Brandy from Houston, Texas, already feeling the love. And it's also Brandy's first time here. So welcome. That applause earlier was for you. Just acknowledging some people that maybe aren't regulars that we give a shout out to. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. I'm not going to try, but welcome. Watching from London in the UK. Welcome. Great to have you here. Is it Vidya? Good morning. Watching from Guyana. Awesome. Awesome. There's Jenny Baker. Hey, we share a same last name there, Jenny. Good to have you here. Welcome to the party, and feel free to come back and join us at any time. Sheila says, good morning from Battle Mountain, Nevada. Battle Mountain. There's probably a story behind that name, I'm guessing. Carl from Houston, Texas is here. Hello, Carl. Here we go. I don't know about anyone else. But I'm feeling all the love and joy pouring into our hearts. Thank you for this wonderful song. That's from earlier. Thank you very much, Tracy. Welcome. Great to have you here. Oh, look, Linda is here from Montreal, Canada. Fantastic. Is it Lupita? Good morning from Arizona. And there's our friend Karen. Good to see you, Karen, from Orange County, New York. It's funny, you always think of Orange County, California, but there's an Orange County, New York, and she got the text reminder. I'm going to tell you how to get on that list here in a moment if you're not already on it. I know many of you already are. And also, just other people are just sharing how they remind themselves about this. If you maybe live outside the U.S. or don't want to, but you can set up reminders for yourself. I set my reminder bell on YouTube. Yeah, so YouTube will send you a reminder too. There's a link that you can click. That's how I get notified when you go live. Let's see here. Utopia Forever said, thank you so much, Pooki. I missed you and Bob and everyone here. So grateful to be back watching from Michigan. And listening while you're at work. That's awesome. Sending you healing love and all that good stuff back to you as well. Kim George, God bless everyone going through a tough time. I'm a big believer that something good will come out of bad things. You can do this. That's awesome. Thank you for that inspiring message, Kim. And then Robin from Edgewood, New Mexico. As a teacher, I use positive affirmations with my kids every day. Oh, that is awesome. I'm in the process of having having them create their own song. I'll let you know how it goes. Wow, I love everything about that. Teaching kids affirmations, having them writing their own songs. What a gift you are giving them at such I don't know what the age of your kids are, but I have a feeling maybe they're younger perhaps. Alicia, hello from Louisiana. Elizabeth says it's her first time watching from Trinidad and Tobago in is it Caribbean or Caribbean? I always not sure how to, but Trinidad and Tobago. I think I got that one right. I'm pretty sure. Hi, Elizabeth. Great to have you here. Maria, it's her first time here from Austin, Texas. That's a wonderful city. Been there a few times. And based on an earlier conversation, Tamila says crying is a form of releasing. Absolutely. It's definitely healthy. Is it Ava? First time here. Ava, is it Ava Joy? That would be that's a cool name if that's how you pronounce it. There's our friend Samantha. Just saw her on the Patreon call yesterday with a number of other folks that are here. I've started hula hooping during these Sunday sessions. Not hula dancing like the Hawaiian, but hula hooping with the thing where you're swaying your hips while you're listening to this. Yeah, that would be mega vibes. I won't even try that. I might hurt myself, but Julian is from, is it Cali, Colombia? Very happy to be here. Good to see you. Is it Thali? First time. Welcome. Jess, great to be here. Your song was amazing. Thank you, Jess. I really appreciate that. Oh boy, a lot of comments I highlighted here. Madeline, I'm really going through it emotionally with ascending, and your song is very healing to me. So thank you for those kind words. I'm glad that helped. And you probably heard the earlier conversation about where you can find that. You can stream it on the various sites. Hi, Michelle. I get a 30-minute alert from YouTube when your program is about to start. So I think that's, setting a reminder on YouTube. Is it Aretha? First time from South Africa. Welcome. Also, is it Jose? I could be not sure about that. Yes, it's my first time live because of the text reminder. So cool. And if you're wondering, how do I get these reminders? I'll let you know in a moment. Roan, first time here from Louisiana. Need the reminders, definitely. Good morning, everyone. Been watching your videos. And your first time here, well, welcome. Tara. I'm just kind of highlighting some people whose names I don't see in the chat all the time, just to give a shout out. Not that I'm ignoring you regulars at all, but just like to make everyone feel welcomed here. So thank you very much, Tara. Here's our new friend Cynthia. Had back surgery, doing well. Oh, awesome! Let's send Cynthia some healing vibes, and I might do a little healing meditation if there's time at the end there, just to because it seems to be like that's a theme happening here. Michelle just reminds us all. Yeah, if you want to have more people watch this live video, hit like button, share it with your friends. And if another thing is, if you aren't already, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. As not everyone who watches my videos is subscribed. So yeah, there's some ways you could share the love, spread the word about this. Let's see here. Cherie says text reminders are great. Yes, it's on the text list. And then Jessica also said, I love that. Wow, that song really showcases your voice. Thank you so much. I love the words, and especially including we at the end. Yeah, I do an I, you, and we version of we. I can do this. You can do this. We can do this. Absolutely. And Brandy says text messages are great. Thank you. You are welcome. So what about these text messages? Well, let me pull that up here. Just a second. That should go away in a moment. Let's see here. There we go. And so if your number is based in the U.S. or Canada and you're not on this list yet, this is the general list where I send out 3 messages a week. They're short little messages, just inspirational words to kind of lift your spirits. And so if you're based in the U.S. or Canada, just send any message to 314-742-8339. And then here's the thing, pretty much soon after that, you're going to get a autoresponder. It has a link, and it's going to add, and please click that and make sure your information, it's going to ask you like for basic stuff, like your name, your birthday, your location, I guess your gender too, if you want to put that. And then you have to, it's sort of like you have to click that to agree to get the messages from me. And then you're set, and about 3 times a week, I'll send you a message. That's the general list. There's a subset of the list, because I don't want to send the Sunday reminders to everyone, because not everyone wants to get an alert on Sunday morning. But if you want to additionally get reminders like 15 minutes before I go live, or we go live on Sundays, then just text, if you're already on the message or in addition to this and signing up, to say Sunday reminders in your text message, and I'll add you to that list. Okay. So there's, and a lot of people like getting those, and it helps. Look, we've got 119 people watching live right now, so it seems to help to get folks to show up. Other ways to stay in touch is you can, let's see here, where is that little graphic here? If you want to get email updates from me, people who still like to get email, you can go to my website at bobbakerinspiration.com and get, I'll even sort of bribe you to get on the email list. I'll give you 6 free MP3 downloads. All you got to do is go to that website, put in your name, your email, click submit, and then, similar to the text thing, go over to your inbox and click the confirmation link in that email that will be sent to you to prove that you're a human being, and then you're officially added to the list. Let's see here. Yes, indeed. Oh, so that's what's going on there. Let me, fast moving here. So, are you ready to talk about the 4 stages of personal and spiritual growth? So we've known for a while that the topic here was going to be the art of allowing and what do you call it? Detachment. And I was kind of wrestling a little bit with what angle did I want to talk about it. And I had a whole list of ideas, and just yesterday it solidified. And part of it was inspired by a Patreon, our Patreon call we had, which was on the topic of manifestation, which was awesome. I'll tell you about Patreon and how you can get involved with that other family and community there. As we have monthly Zoom calls with that. And so I settled on this thing that I don't think I've talked talked too much about, or have not really covered in depth on these Sunday Lives, but it's called the 4 stages of personal growth and spiritual growth. Now, this is something that I've heard from a number of people over the years. For instance, Michael Beckwith, if you're familiar with him, he has this thing called the life visioning process, where he discusses this. I've also heard similar philosophy expressed by my friend Joe Vitale, who wrote the book The Attractor Factor, and what is it, the Ho'oponopono book about Zero Limits. I've known Joe for a long time. He was in the movie The Secret, and so was Michael Beckwith, as a matter of fact. But they and other people have discussed these stages of sort of personal and spiritual growth, and so I just want to go over them with you, and then talk about a little bit how this ties. One aspect of them is the art of allowing, but I think this is really kind of instructive, a way to look at how we develop as people. And so stage 1 of this personal growth strategy usually happens early in our lives, and this is where things are happening to you, like there's all the circumstances of your life and your situation, your attitude. It's all stuff that's happening to you. And quite often in this first stage, on the negative end of it, is this kind of, you feel victimized. Like, I'm a victim of my circumstances. I was brought up in the wrong family. I can't get a break. And so all these negative thoughts that I have are it's just who I am. It's just, I'm kind of, this is my fate, and I have to accept this downtrodden aspect of my life. And that's kind of actually that was how I felt until I was in high school. I actually was blessed that I learned at kind of a young age in high school, when a friend introduced me to one of Wayne Dyer's early books, that I sort of opened my eyes to, I'm not a victim of my thoughts. I can determine, how I think and how I act and feel and all that stuff. But in this first stage, again, everything is out there. It's happening to you, and quite often there's a feeling of being a victim or getting the short end of the stick. All right, so that's stage 1, when things are happening to you. Stage 2 is where you maybe do read a book, or you go to a workshop, and you start to realize, oh wow, I can control my life. I can choose the thoughts. You start learning all about positive thinking and affirmations. And this is where you get into that I can make it happen. I'm going to go out and get the stuff. So it is a very empowering thing to evolve into, because now you have some control over your life. And so I'm going to go out and get what I want. It's all about personal power, goals, taking action, like a lot of hard work and determination, grit. I'm going to make this happen. So you're going to go out and get the things that you want in your life. And this is definitely a step up. But it's still sort of like outwardly focused, where you're going out to get the things and make them happen. So there's a lot of work and effort involved in it, and that's fine. And that's actually that's you can do really well in life just being in that second stage. Then it gets to the third stage, where you think of it as things happen through you. And this is where allowing is definitely part of this stage. And so a lot of artists, I don't know if you may have experienced this yourself, or you've heard maybe other artists or writers talk about, like, they're a vessel where the ideas, the creativity, they're almost like downloading it, and they're a vessel, and the universe is like working through them. And this is where, you're allowing the good in. Those affirmations that I've done, and our fact, you might be familiar with our song, I welcome joy into my life. That's another attitude related to this third stage, is I'm open and receptive to receiving. I welcome these things into my life. This is where more flexibility comes in, intuition. You're like ready to receive. You can still strive and have goals, or have goals, and you're still taking action, because detachment, which we'll maybe touch on a little bit here, is not passive. It's just like in this third stage, you're just more relaxed about it. You're more flexible. And like Pooki was talking about, you're not so firmly fixed on the goal that you miss other opportunities. So there's you relax a little bit, there's less anxiety, and you're allowing things to happen. But you're a vessel through which this stuff happens. So again, let's just refresh before we go on to stage 4. Stage 4 is it's happening to me, it's being done onto me, and quite often I feel like a victim and I don't have control of my life. Stage 2 is where I do have control. goal. I'm going to go out and get it. I'm going to make it happen, which is good. Stage 3 then is I'm allowing it to happen. I'm a vessel. It's flowing through me. All the goodness, all the joy. I'm open to receive it. And then stage 4 is as me. You are it, and it is you. This is like the highest stage of consciousness or development, where it's like your sense of being, your sense of knowing. And Abraham talks about you vibrating at the frequency of that which you want and desire, but you are it, and it is you. And so you're not. It's no longer happening to you. It's not happening. And so the second stage is because of me. It works through you. But stage 4 is as me. You are it. And so let's use like a kind of a generic quality like success, just as an example. And success is this is a general term, and I encourage you to get to define what success means to you. Don't let other people define that for you. But if a quality like success, in stage 1, you might be success is eluding me. It's up for other people. I can't get a break. That's stage 1. Stage 2 might be I can go out and get success. I'm going to take the action. I'm going to set goals. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to grab success by the horns. And that, again, that can work. You can achieve some level of success that way. Step 3 is I'm going to allow success to come to me. I'm going to be open and flexible on how I get there. I'm going to allow it in, and this is again a more relaxed state where things can happen when you're in that state of allowing, and you're detached from the specific goal. Because quite often in life, I'm sure you've experienced this, where you pursue a specific direction with a specific end goal in mind. But you actually end up in a different place, and sometimes that place is better, or an opportunity presents itself that you never saw coming. I never saw this YouTube channel thing. I never had a vision, 10 years ago that I'm going to have this Affirmations channel on YouTube. It came about because I was just pursuing things that I loved, and was experimenting and being playful with YouTube and seeking out this type of content on YouTube, and not really happy with everything that I was finding. And just thought to myself, I think I might be able to create something better. Let's just see what happens. Very playful, relaxed. There wasn't a lot of pressure to make it happen. And I followed the energy. I saw that there was an interest in it. I went, well, let me do a little more of this and see if, and it just kind of grew from there. And I followed where the energy was taking me. So it was a combination of steps 3 and 4. I mean, steps 2 and 3, where I was still setting goals, and I wonder if I can build my subscriber base and all that, but still allowing it and being playful with how I got there. So anyway, success is what happens through you. And then the final stage 4 is I am success. I vibrate at the frequency of success. Therefore, everything I do is just vibrating at that frequency. And you're just being it. You bring it to, so there's a quote, I think I heard it from Wayne Dyer first, but or maybe I just coined this myself. I don't remember. But so success or any quality is not something that you go out and get. It's something that resides within you that you bring to everything that you do. So if you're looking for love in all the wrong places, the best way to experience that love is to first be love. And I know that's going to be the topic in February, is love and unconditional love. That's one of Pooki's favorite topics. It's pretty much who she is, who she vibrates as. But you be love, you vibrate at love, you love others, and then you can't help it but go out into the world and attract loving situations to yourself. So I hope that that explains it. I've kind of gone on a little bit about that. I'm just going to see what people are saying, maybe in the chat. Well, Karen says, grateful that you created your YouTube channel. I am too. Thank you so much. It's opened up this whole new chapter of my life that I never saw coming. Tinika says that as well. Let's see here. I know that I'm trying to go over the comments where you're talking to each other. Yeah, so all right. Oh, Tracy says, how wonderful to stumble across this live too many deaths in my inner circle lately. Oh wow, yeah, we're definitely going to be doing like a healing thing. Oh yeah, it's Deanne quoted the. I think it was last week that I shared this quote: "Do what you can with what you have, right where you are." Yes, indeed. So there is my little spiel on the 4 stages of personal growth. And I guess the art of allowing falls mostly into that 3rd stage, but hopefully this helps you. Another point I want to make regarding this is that while they tend to happen chronologically throughout our lives, make no mistake, we bounce around through these. You might get to a state where you feel like you're a vessel, things are coming through you, and then you'll suddenly go back into victimhood for a little bit, for an hour or for a day, and then you'll get into, I'm going to make it happen. So we're bouncing around in these areas, but I think over time, if you evolve, you tend to spend more time in one as you go up that 4-step, those 4 stages there. So anyway, I hope that helps. I've been talking for a little bit. I'm going to get a drink here. Get your favorite beverage, whatever it might be. Coffee, tea. I happen to have some coffee here. Let's take a drink. Cheers to you for being here. Let's do a little toast, shall we? Although I guess a toast is something that you say. What is that Irish toast about the road rising up to? Somebody put that in there, and maybe I'll read it to you, or your favorite toast in the chat. Oh, and Cherie has a nice comment here. Bob, you and Pookie have inspired me at a crucial time in my life. Thank you. So Tina, I'm probably not going to sing it today, but I will. I'll keep that in mind maybe for next week, or although I think I did it recently. We try to rotate through the songs, but you can look up that video. Yeah, there's a video that you can. Jillian's drinking bourbon first thing in the morning. I think she might be joking. That's awesome, though. Cheers, Robin says. Yes, awesome. All right, so I'm gonna shift over now. We're gonna shift gears, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's time for everyone's favorite new segment. It's Bob's Comedy Corner. Should do be why. All right, as some of you know, a regular segment is going to be a little humor segment because I just feel that life is too serious, and so we need to lighten up and to laugh. So quite often so far, I've been just telling these silly dad joke type of one-liner jokes, but I'm going to do something a little different here, and I'm going to talk about improv and give you some examples of some improv games that were done online over the past year or so, and so. With improv, and when I'm talking about improv comedy, like, let's just be clear, I'm not talking about improvisational jazz or music. I'm talking about like the type of thing you see with Whose Line Is It Anyway, where you get a suggestion from the audience and a group of actors will do a game or a scene based on the suggestion, and literally nothing is really planned out ahead of time except for the format of the game or the structure of the game that's being played. And I'll talk about that in a moment. But one part. In addition to one of the improv principles, I'm not going to go into all of them here because there's just I could talk for an hour just on improv and the life lessons from it. But one of them is not being attached to an outcome. And allowing the scene to unfold. And so in improv, when you get a suggestion, your mind as a player individually, you start thinking about the different ways that you could use that suggestion in a scene, but you have to hang on to it loosely, which is a song by 38 Special, isn't it? Hold on loosely. Okay. Having an 80s flashback there. So you might have an idea, but your partner may add some type of information that totally throws off that idea. So you have to be ready to discard that idea and go with what is. So you're working together. And the worst thing you could do in improv is deny what the person said and go, no, I'm sticking with my guns. But no, so yes, and is the rock bottom, is a primary improv principle where improv is based on agreement. So whatever your partner introduces, you're going to say yes to that. That is now part of the reality in this little universe that you're creating. And then you add something to it. The and part is you add another detail to further clarify what is happening in this scene. And then you go back and forth and build it up. And so you would never deny that would just bring the scene to a complete halt there. And so, yeah, you really have to so yes, you're thinking of possibilities of all the ways that this thing could go, but you have to drop them all to go with what is. That's what's a great life lesson, right? So improv is being comfortable with uncertainty and being ready to drop your preconceived notions about where you think this is headed. And so I want to show you some examples of that. Some of you know that I had the good fortune of getting to know Laura Hall, who is the piano player and music director of the show Whose Line Is It Anyway? She's been doing that for, I think, like 20 years or something like that. And I have 16 books that have been published, and only one of them is a co-write. And Laura and I actually co-wrote a book called The Improv Comedy Musician that came out about 5 years ago. This is more geared for the musicians, I guess, or how to work with a musician and musical improv. It's where you're making up lyrics and singing songs right on the spot. And so there was this virtual, a little over a year ago, there was this virtual music festival where Laura and her husband Rick joined me and some of my St. Louis improv seasoned players who were part of my normal show. And we did a little show online. I'm going to show you just one little musical bit that we did. And just to give you a little insight into improv, again, each game, whether it's a musical game or a scene or whatever, has a structure. And so the only thing we knew ahead of time was who was going to sing in what order. We knew the structure of the song, like how long the little verses were, or the rhyming structure of it. But we don't know the content. And so we get a suggestion, which we literally got in that moment and just started singing. And the rhymes, everything is made up on the spot. Again, knowing the structure of the song and how it flows without knowing the specific lyrics or the topic. Does that make sense? So another key aspect of improv is listening. So for us to be able to rhyme together and make a story, we have to really listen to what's come prior and add the next logical thing to build the story. So I'm going to share with you a little silly musical game we did with Rick or Laura and Rick. And Rick, you may know Laura from Whose Line Is It Anyway, but Rick he's done a lot of cool things in the acting world. He back in the day was on 2 episodes of Seinfeld. He was on an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. He's done a lot of different like movie and commercial work over the years. So it's really cool to get to know them and to be able to perform with them. So I'm going to show you that right now and enjoy this, and we'll come back and I'm going to share another one with you.
So we're here. We're here with some friends of ours. Bob Baker is the one who got us here. Bob and I wrote a book together.
You wrote a book?
We did.
I've read a book
about the musician side of improv.
Okay.
Excellent.
The first thing we're going to do is a line at a time song, and Laura will be playing for us for that. And I need the suggestion from our audience of a dangerous occupation, please.
Beekeeper.
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 Okay.
Bill likes to keep bees.
Them in his backyard.
He wears a head net.
'Cause he's always on guard.
But he's not been stung.
At least not so far.
But his luck is running out.
Soon he'll keep them in a jar.
He's a beekeeping man, making honey in a jar. He's a beekeeping man, you know he'll go far. He's a beekeeping man, keeping money in a jar. He's a beekeeping man, you know he'll go far.
Those bees are mad.
Then they came after him.
Stung again and again.
And it was looking real grim.
So Phil started to run.
He ran so far.
Didn't watch where he was going.
And he wrecked his car.
Yeah, he did.
He got killed by by the bees, that's the way to go. It's the way to end the bee show. You gotta kill my bees, the way to go. It's a way to end a great bee show. He got killed by bees, that's a way to go. He got killed by bees. He got killed by bees.
Oh, you were adorable.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Excellent.
There you go.
You go ahead, kind of a dark ending, but I hope you enjoyed that. So that's just an example of musical improv where four people have to sing the verses. Obviously, Rick and Laura handle the choruses there, and we just made that stuff up. And there was a progression to the storyline, and everything was built on what came before it. And so again, that's definitely the art of allowing. And I'm going to show you one more clip of something that my group did. And then I'm going to tell you about how, if you want to learn this art form, I do some online Zoom classes every now and then on Thursday nights in the US. Well, Thursday nights. Yeah. I'll give you the info later here. If you want to join me sometime, then we do shows on Zoom as well. But let me play another one. This is called Weird Newscasters. And again, we had no idea what the suggestion was going to be, but we knew, again, the structure of the song. I'm playing the role of the host in the studio, which would be obvious, and then there are two players who are going to be like remote reporters on the scene. So the framework, the only thing that we knew ahead of time was the framework of the thing. I open it, I go to reporter 1, I go to reporter 2, I come back to reporter 1, I come back to reporter 2, comes back to me, and I wrap up the show. So that's the only, like, we know the structure, so we're all on the same page with, okay, this is the structure of this game, but the content literally has to be made up. And I love the way that we took this simple story and how they built upon it. There's another thing in improv and basically in theater, literature, cinema called heightening. And so you take an idea, and once you have something has established itself, it's funny, at least in comedy, to heighten it, to make it exaggerated, more exaggerated as you go. But it's only done well when the players are listening to each other and building on what has come before them. So I'm going to play this is a few minutes long, but hang in there, and I hope you enjoy it. And then I'll tell you how you can come to one of my classes and learn this. So here we go. This is Weird Newscasters.
Oh. For newscasters, we've got 3 players. One of them is going to be an anchor in the newsroom covering a story. We're going to get that from you guys here in a bit. 2 other players, I believe it'll be Tamira and Michael. They're going to be out in the field somewhere as roving reporters, getting more of an inside scoop on this story. From you guys, for a story, we're looking for a feel-good story of some sort. It can be completely random, but some kind of happy-go-lucky type of story that these guys might be reporting on. All right, there we go. Excellent. All right. A dog has been rescued after being trapped in a tree.
Good evening and welcome to the news. My name is Dean. Yes, some newscasters use a first and last name. I simply go by Dean. Kind of like Cher, Madonna, you know what I mean. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we've had so much bad news. All the COVID-19, all the pandemic news. It's time to focus on some happy thoughts today. And it may seem simple, but I'm so glad that we're covering this because we could use a break from all the depression. Some happy news. Down on Maple Street, just this afternoon, a dog was rescued from a tree. A large crowd gathered, and it was an amazing happy ending. People cheered, and we actually have one of our roving reporters on the scene there who's going to be giving us an update on this happy story. And so, are we getting the connection there? I think I'm hearing our first reporter. That would be fabulous.
Yes. Yeah. Hi, Maggie March on the scene. I am so excited to report today that the Smith's dog from Patterson City is here with me, and he is doing great. As a matter of fact, we are having a pie eating contest in his honor as a way to celebrate the happiness of the Smith family, as their only dog has been returned from a tree.
A pie eating contest, Maggie? Is that what I just heard you say?
Yes, everybody baked pies really fast, And now everyone, including the dog, is eating the pie. I just had some. It was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Oh.
And it was cherry. I'm sorry, it's really hot out.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Are you okay, Maggie? Okay.
I'm great. I think I'm overcome with happiness.
Okay. I tell you what, Maggie, we're gonna take a break from you. We're gonna go ahead and let you rest for a bit. Well, I'm gonna come back to you though, and we're gonna go to our other roving reporter, who's also on the scene in a different part of the neighborhood, I believe.
Hello, Dean, Maggie. It is I, Brick Lee. Now, I have found the culprit of both the dog's catastrophe and the pie-eating calamity. This is Mr. Bigglesworth. Mr. Bigglesworth, you must come to justice. Oh, Mr. Bigglesworth. This just in. There seems to be a drastic plot of the cats of this neighborhood who are attempting to cause havoc by treeing dogs and baking tainted pies. I vow to get to the bottom of this.
Brick, are you telling me that the dog was lured up into the tree by a cat?
Yes, this dastardly feline let a small trail of what can only be described as sausages to the base of the tree, and then dangled a T-bone steak high amongst its branches.
Oh my gosh, I'm shocked that the animals are, that it's an intelligent cat.
Barry, cats are always underestimated. And this just in, I have found that these cats have been slipping ipecac into the pies of the neighbors celebrating the puppy dog's return.
Ipecac.
I'm hoping my dear Maggie can shed some light on this.
Maggie, you want to? Yes, Maggie, come back in. Let's give an update from. What's the latest there, Maggie? Are you all right?
I'm okay now. Some people are still happy, but the line to the porta potty is growing very long, and I don't think there's enough
Oh my gosh.
facilities.
So this thing grew from a dog being rescued from a tree to now they have porta potties on the streets.
For the pie eating festival.
Oh, for the pie. Okay, I got it now.
OSHA regulations, but there are definitely not enough bathrooms at this very moment. The entire Smith family, all 17 of their children, are in line right now.
Is anyone still eating the pies? I understand they may have been tainted by a cat.
The dogs are still eating the pies, and the dogs are throwing up the pies.
Oh my God.
The cats are convincing the dogs to eat their own throw up. I don't know how much convincing is involved, but it's happening.
Wow. This feel-good story has taken a little bit of a turn. Okay, Maggie, hang in there. I'm just going to go back to Brick real quick to find out what's the latest from him. Oh my God, what happened there?
I have been overcome by the forces of feline persuasion. They are saying they will release me upon receiving a ransom of 512 cans of unopened tuna and salmon to be delivered to the basement of the studio.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Brick, I'm so sorry. Well, folks, I still think there's a happy ending to this. Don't worry about it. This will be all cleaned up. Be back with us tomorrow when we'll have some more good news. I'm Dean. So long for now. It's so funny. I use my typical YouTube video sign off. So long for now in that segment. But I wanted to share that with you. I hope you did. I hope you enjoyed it. But that was just a great example of listening to each other, adding on what came before, and just supporting each other. My role in that. Obviously, the two reporters, they really had the punchlines or whatever. I was mostly the straight man, and I was just feeding back to them details that I thought were important to highlight and to have them build upon. But I really enjoyed that scene and thought I would share it with you as an art of allowing things to unfold. That's what improv is, just allowing it to happen, paying attention, listening, and going with the flow and letting go of any attachment you have to a different direction that you might have had in mind. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you're interested, I don't do them every Thursday, but here and there on Thursday nights, I do I have improv Zoom classes. Deanne has been there. Holly's been in them. I would love to see Samantha and Jillian and some of the other folks, whoever would like to join us. But there's a couple ways. If you want to go to my website dedicated to this topic, improvstl.com. That's improvstl.com. You can go there, and there's an email list that you can get on. You can sign up for where you get email updates on classes and shows. If you happen to be connected to me by that text list, you can just send me your email address and let me know that you want to be put on the improv. I can manually add you if that's easier for you. Don't do it in the chat here because I may not be able to come back, but if you can figure out a way, if you have a way to reach me with your email, or just go to that site, improvstl.com, get on the email list, and I send updates on when I'm doing classes and shows. And so would love to have you join us if that speaks to you. It doesn't. Like, a lot of people are intimidated by improv. You're not going to be doing advanced games like this. In my classes, we just do fun, silly stuff. It's almost like kids' games where we're just there to be silly and laugh and loosen up. Deanne, she's been like a regular lately, and she's killing it. She does a great job. Let them know how much fun they are, and there's like no pressure if you're not, there's no pressure to be fast or funny or be a professional. It's just people who want to get together and be silly and learn the art form, and you get more comfortable at it. So thank you for listening to this little comedy section. This has been It's Bob's Comedy Corner. Should do be why. All right. Let's see here. Where are we? I've got another song that I'm going to do, but I want to remind you about a couple things. Maybe we'll do a little healing meditation, perhaps, if that seems to be appropriate there. Just want to, so yesterday I mentioned that we had a Patreon Zoom call. This is actually a photo from just yesterday we had, and we got Randy, who's there? I think is Crystal Crystal's in the chat here. Cherie, Samantha. I mean, did we see Holly earlier? I can't. And so Charlie's there, also Peggy. And so there are about 60 people now who are actually Patreon supporters. But on these monthly calls now, I mean, it's a pretty intimate gathering, so you really get a chance to connect with me and Pooki when she's in town. And we had a great discussion, of manifestation yesterday. It was so much fun and inspiring too. Everybody shared a lot of awesome stuff. So if you want to be part of that Patreon family, you can go to patreon.com/Bob Baker, and it's basically Patreon is a site where people can support creators like us for just a small, like, ongoing micro payments. And for as little as $5 a month, there are a couple of other higher levels too that you can join. But for as little as $5 a month, you can support us there and get special perks. We create special messages throughout the month for our Patreon supporters. And then we have those monthly Zoom calls. And the next two are slated for February 19th and March 19th, which are both Saturdays. And so if you want to join us on those, go there, sign up, become a patron. And, actually, I wonder if I should, I planned on pulling this up earlier, but let me just give a shout out to some of the folks who are recent supporters here. Give me a second to find that. And so these are some of the most recent people. I want to thank Sophie, Maria, Peggy, who you saw there, Danielle, Anthony, Brenda, Ashwini, Anya, Cherie, who's here in the chat, Giuliani, Emily, Courtney, Joshua, Nikki, Debbie, Patricia, who I think maybe in the chat too, Jude, Charlie, Lola B, Jennifer. These are just Cynthia, who's also here. These are all Patreon supporters, and so Christine, let's see, Vasiliki, who some of you know, Crystal, let's see, Samantha, Karen. Those are folks we saw here. Kate, as well. So, and others. My apologies if I missed your didn't get your name if you're here in the chat. Here we go. There's Samantha saying, "Join Bob's Patreon family, y'all. Monthly Zoom meets are wonderful." Yeah, we had an awesome time. Cherie was there yesterday. It was such a great conversation. And then earlier, Deanne said, "I highly recommend joining the improv nights. They're so much fun." I'm throwing a bunch of images at you here. Patreon monthly calls, so empowering and illuminating. So yeah, so please go to that site and check it out. I mentioned my book earlier, The Power of Affirmations and Positive Self-Talk. You can get it on Amazon and pretty much anywhere or online books are sold around the world. It's available in paperback and ebook formats. And the good news is, I'm excited to say, I just finished recording like the raw audio of the audiobook version finally. And it's going to take a little while to edit that and get it into the system and all that. But I'm hoping, hopefully in the next month or two, the audiobook will be available on Audible and Amazon and iBooks. And so I'll let you know as that progresses. And I think, yeah, that's what we're going to do for right now. Let's just take a minute. I'm going to do a closing song, but I just thought I would take a minute. I'm going to play some background music here. Let me turn that down. And let's just do, there's a lot of people going through stuff, through surgeries, whether it's human surgeries, animal surgeries, and just losing jobs and doing some things that are challenging. And yes, we know that we can power through them and we can, think positive, but we never want to ignore the challenges or ignore the emotions that come with them. And so let's acknowledge that. I'm just going to ask you all, whether you're experiencing something or you just want to help someone else who's going through a tough time, it's just take a moment, if you will, and just let's take a deep breath. Just let it out. Take another deep breath in. And let it out. I just want you to, in your mind, if you have the ability to close your eyes, great. If not, that's okay too. But just envision there are all these people around the world. Right now, there's about 85 people actually live right in this moment. And there'll probably be a couple thousand over the next week or so who will listen to this. Just imagine all those people around the world sending you healing energy, sending you thoughts of comfort and love, relief, of health, of healing. And they're all right now sending you, myself included, a virtual hug. Can you feel that connection? Can you feel that positive vibration that's coming your way? Whatever you're going through, you're not alone. There's a whole group of people around the planet that are sending you love, that are cheering you on. And all of us are knowing to the depth of our beings that you are perfect, whole, and complete. We see the perfection in you. We love and appreciate the authentic you, who you truly are. We envision you as being successful, thriving, living your best life possible. And no matter what the circumstances are around you, yes, you feel the emotions of the situation, but you also have the ability to see and find the silver lining, to still find the joy, find opportunities to smile and laugh and love. So just feel that. You can feel that vibration coming in toward you, but also send it out to others. Extend your hands, open your mind, and send that vibration out into the world to all these other people who are listening and watching and feeling this. They can feel it. So you're simultaneously sending and receiving love. You're a transmitter. You're a satellite dish of healing, soothing vibrations. So feel that right now. Take a deep breath and breathe it in. Let it out, really a slow, deep exhale. One more time in with a deep, healing, soothing breath. And then let it out. Yes, I don't know about you, but I could use that too. I hope that that felt good. Just want to check in here. Gabriella says, good morning, everyone. Sending love and light to you all. Tracy says, sending you so much love and healing from my soul to yours. Oh, that's beautiful. Kayla says, thank you. You're welcome. Chio says, good morning, all. Sending virtual hugs and good vibes. Another Tracy, hugs to you and from everyone. Tracy says, just what I need. Shanetta says you will join Patreon. Woohoo. Love the community. Awesome. Good to see you. Hey, Helen's here. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to do a closing song. We're going to wrap things up here. And let's see here. This has been fun. I hope you enjoyed this. So did you learn? What did you learn? Let me ask you this while I'm setting this up and doing this song. What was your takeaway? What are you taking away from today's session? What's your main takeaway? Give me a sentence. And after the song, before I log off, I'm going to just pop in and acknowledge some of your takeaways. Especially those of you who have been here all or most of the time. Yeah, what are your thoughts on this? What's the vibration? What is the beingness that you're going to take with you throughout the rest of this day and into your week? That's what I want to know. I got this earlier. I want to thank Jillian for sending the super chat. Thank you very much, Jillian. I appreciate that. Oh, there was one way earlier that I think I neglected to acknowledge. My apologies. Let me see if I can scroll up and find that real quick. Oh, it was also from Jillian. She is the multiple super chat queen here. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Let's see here. Helen says, I wish you nothing but joy, abundance, and fulfillment for you. That's awesome. So I'm going to check back in with those sentences or those thoughts, those final thoughts that you have before we head off. I just want to kind of know. I want to know what the vibe is in the room and what you're getting out of this. And hopefully we can... we can continue to do this every Sunday. Let me pull up some lyrics here. This is a song. So I did this only once before, like back in the fall. And I've been writing songs for a long time, ever since starting back in high school. And so this song was from like around 1988 or 1989. Yeah, we're talking a few years back, some decades ago. And it was definitely not the first original song that I ever wrote. I had written many at this point, but it was the first overtly positive message song that I wrote, and it was on an album. Well, yeah, a band I was in called Beat Patrol, of all things. Alternative rock kind of band. And so I guess I've evolved as a lyric writer or whatever since then, but I think the song still has a lot of value. And so, yeah, I've had fun kind of shaking the rust off of it. So this is, let me cue up the right song. That would help, wouldn't it? It's called Be Who You Are. And I think it definitely ties into our topic this week and probably every week, actually. So here we go. A song from like 30 some odd years ago, I think. Do you ever wonder once in a while? Hang on a second. Does the sound of laughter make you smile? Try to put the world inside your dreams. Make the images come real, you'll see. This isn't all philosophy, it isn't all a lie. We're not just passing time till we die. So be who you are, never let the world take that from you. Be who you are and always do your best to make your dreams come true. Do you ever look life right in the eye? Do you ever stop and wonder why? Have you had the urge to stake your claim? If you try, the fear will not remain. These aren't broken promises or shallow alibis. We can't give up on this till we try. Be who you are, never let the world take that from you. Be who you are and always do your best to make your dreams come true. This isn't our philosophy, and isn't all a lie. We're not just passing time till we die. So be who you are, never let the world take that from you. Be who you are and always just make your dreams come true. Be who you are, never let the world take that from you. Be who you are and always do your best to make your dreams come true. Come true. Come true. Come true. There you go. Powerful message. Be who you are. Be who you authentically are. As long as you're not harming or, other people, or I can't imagine that you would, be unapologetically who you are. So let's check in with some of your final comments before we wrap this up. Boy, oh boy. Let's see here. Chanel Sayanda says, my take is everything is happening for me, not to me. I love that. That's an awesome one. Shanetta says, love this song, Bob. Yes, be who you are. And I'm scrolling through here looking for... Brandy says, two of my rescue cats have refused to dance with me. On to the dog. Just don't make sure they don't make any pies. Christine says, love this song. Jessica says, I'm going to work on moving from 3 to 4. I do kind of have 1 foot in 4. I am Grace. Grace is me. It really is. And I know it. I want it to be more open. That's awesome, Jessica. And yeah, I guess, like I said earlier, we kind of bounce around between those areas. Helen, thank you so much. That is so sweet. Cherie sent a little super sticker there. I really appreciate that. Deanne says, don't drift, be who you are, take action. Oh, that's a great one. Oh, thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that compliment. Let's see here. Christine just went crazy with the emojis. Shanetta says, take a breath, detach from what's going on, allow abundance to come into your life, allow the power within me to be prosperous and successful on the outside. Oh, yeah, I love that. I take away good, funny, loving, positive vibes to start my week ahead. I'm so happy to hear that, Tracy. I'm taking away how powerful improv is as an ability in life. Absolutely, Anna. You got that. We should all. I think there's so many life lessons with improv. I share with my students. Let's see. Thank you for your uplifting and encouraging message today. You're welcome, Brandy. Karen says the takeaway to accept the resources that we have now. Don't fret. Appreciate the positive vibes. Yay! 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 All right. And Tinika says goodbye, everyone. Have a happy week. I can't think of a better way to. I'll just add, take away peaceful energy and connection worldwide. This has been awesome. So next week, not only will Pooki be back, but we'll be in a remote location with our mobile studio. And so you can see a little different setting there. But looking forward to it. Have an awesome week. I'll be posting more, a video or two pre-recorded, my normal stuff on the channel this coming week. But I appreciate you. And again, look in the description below. Everything we talked about today, there's links to it in the description, even a lot more than what we talked about. So figure out how to expand that. Usually it's tapping on the title, and then you might have to click a little read more button to see all of them. But there's a lot of information in the description with links to a lot of these things that we talked about, Patreon, getting the autographed copy of the book, and a lot more links to our music and so on. And so I love you all. Have an awesome day. We'll talk again soon. So long for now.